Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to call to order the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board meeting on this Tuesday, November 19th, 2024 at 3:31 p.m. I will now read into the record that the City of Gladstone is abiding by guidelines outlined in House Bill 2560, which requires the governing body of the public body, to the extent reasonably possible, to make all meetings accessible remotely through technological means and provide opportunities for members of the general public to remotely submit oral and written testimony during meetings to extent in-person oral and written testimony is allowed. Therefore, this meeting will be open to the public both in person and virtually using the Zoom platform. All right. Haley, would you please do the roll call?
Evelyn Johannesson.
Here.
Sylvia Kellner.
Here.
Simona Gurgashon.
Here.
Mindy Prosky.
Here.
Roxanne McMullen. Josie Whitaker.
Here.
Sharon Howard.
Here.
Thank you. So we're back to business as usual. We'll have business from the community center staff, business from the board, and then business from the audience with a foundation update. We do have some prior meeting minutes to approve. We have the June, sorry, I don't have the June date. Was it June 18th?
Yes.
Thank you. June 18th, September 11th, and also the October 15th meeting minutes to approve. If there are no changes to any of those minutes, we can approve them in bulk. Do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes for June 18th,
Yes.
September 11th, and October 15th?
Yes.
You need to make the motion.
I make the motion to approve both.
Thank you, Simona.
Oh, there are three of them?
Yes.
I'll make the motion to approve all three of them.
Thank you, Simona. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Josie. All right. Could you please call the vote, Haley?
Evelyn Johannesson.
Yes.
Sylvia Kellner.
Yes.
Simona Gurgashon.
Yes.
Mindy Prosky.
Yes.
Josie Whitaker.
Yes.
Sharon Howard.
Yes.
All right. Meeting minutes have been approved. Thank you. Okay, so we will now hear from community center staff. Some lovely updates from Michelle.
Hi. Okay, there's quite a bit to go over, but you guys all received the monthly reports in your packet. So I'm going to just kind of briefly go through September and October. We finished up our last Music on the Greens in September. It was great. I would say one of our best bands came that night that we had the whole series. So, and it was just a nice night. It was a beautiful night. We had over 100 people that attended that one, and it's so nice in that park because it's just so spread out. People can sit anywhere they want. We saw people bringing in pizzas from the local new pizza shop. We saw people playing cornhole. People had brought games to the park, so they were there for the music, but they were also picnicking, and it was just a really good time. Also in September, we did a Hispanic Heritage Month. All month long, we had materials and information at the center for people to stop in and look at and get book selections and reading guides. And yeah, it worked out nice. We did Medicare Minute started in October, which is we've had United Healthcare coming in, talking to people, and they'll be here all the way through the middle of December every Wednesday in the library. And anybody from the community, our community, or any other community for that fact, comes in, and for an hour they can have any Medicare, Medicaid questions answered by a United health representative. So we've been having that go on for the last 2 months. Revolving art wall. We're looking for new artists. So if anybody knows anybody who does any kind of art, please send them my way. We have 11 months to fill for 2025, but that went strong all 2024. We never didn't have a day or a month that wasn't filled for a revolving art wall.
Excuse me, Michelle.
Yeah.
Is that local art that you're looking? What kind of specific art?
Yeah, it could be anything really. We've mostly only had paintings and photography be brought in, but it could be anything. We could make pottery work. We could make poetry work. We could really make any kind of art form work on our art wall.
From anybody?
It could be from anyone.
Okay.
Yep. So we're looking, it could be, I mean, I'm assuming in Oregon, but maybe not because they need to
Okay.
come in and put it up.
Cool.
But yeah, we're open. I don't know if you guys have been to different restaurants or bars and they have local art for sale
Mhm.
by different artists. That's kind of, we're trying to not only display artists' work, but if they want to sell it, they can put a little autobiography up and they can put prices on it. And it's just really a way to get other types of people to come into the center, right? Come in and take a look at different artists, maybe that normally wouldn't be there.
Mhm.
So,
Right. Thank you.
yeah. We had our volunteer recognition party, which was a luau. I'm not sure who all was there, but that was amazing. We had over 100 people attend that. We had live music. We had 808 cheesecake. We had just a really wonderful time and got to honor all our beautiful volunteers that come into the center every month. So on, I guess, page 4, we updated the logo on the big bus. And so we got that put on there. Just kind of shows a picture of what it looked like before and now what it looks like. And it was the old powwow tree and said Gladstone Senior Center. And now we have our new logo and Gladstone Community Center on there. So that's all up to date. We also had a tea party. We did a lot of trips. And that's basically it for September. And then if we move into October, we did a lot in October too. This is a really thick one. I'm just going to kind of skim over this because we really did quite a bit. We had quite a few lunch and learns. We did our 50th wedding anniversary that I'll let Bonnie kind of talk a little bit more about, that the Gladstone Seniors Foundation pays for every year. And we had 18 couples attend that. We did our first Indigenous Peoples Day event at the center. And this is just a little bit of the pictures on here. But if you didn't get to come, please come next year. It was, I thought, a huge success. We had people that I've never seen at the community center before. We had slam style poetry, which was a little shocking for a lot of people, but it's different, right? We're a community center. We're trying to embrace all different types of cultures and heritages and people and just everything. And I just really feel like our Indigenous Peoples Day really captured all of that, kind of what we're reaching for. So we got a lot of connections, though. Marcy and I did, because we kind of worked with Clackamas County Community College. So I feel like next year, this event is going to completely take off here in Gladstone. Food trucks, we have really big visions for our Indigenous Peoples Day. So that's something to look forward to for next year. We also started back up our John Wetton partnership. So we have the kids coming in for their Tuesday field trips twice a month, and they eat lunch with the adults at the center. And this year they're doing interview questions. And so they come in with a series of questions and they interview the adults. And at the end of the year, the kids are going to compile all the interview questions and make a book. And they're going to laminate it and then leave it at the center. And so that is with the John Wetton Endowment that is possible, the funds from that. And John Wetton himself really wanted to see that connection with youth and adults. And that's kind of how we're embracing that. And so that's going on right now and has been since last month. And we had our Halloween party where everyone dressed up, and that was a lot of fun. We had our trips. And now, and our new artist that's in there. Oh, and then we also, at the end of October, I know everyone seems this is kind of soon, but we completely switched out our thrift store into everything holiday. We had a lot of donations of holiday items. And so you can come in and find the best gifts for really great price in our holiday thrift shop bay. So yeah, and then currently at the center, like I said, United Healthcare is still there. We are doing our lunch and learns. We have 2 going on for November. The Historical Society, unfortunately, the guest speaker got sick on the day of the event, so she wasn't able to come in. But we did have Providence, because it is open enrollment for a lot of people. We like to do different groups to come in and talk about switching your plans with Medicaid, Medicare, and different options that are available to the public. So we've had a lady come in from the PACE program. And she stayed after answering dozens of questions from participants that came to listen to that event or that lunch and learn. And then one thing I wanted to mention is we did partner with High Rocks Restaurant and offered up our homebound seniors. And they are doing basically a giving tree at their restaurant. And so the participants that wanted to participate, they filled out 3 wishes that they would like to receive for the holiday, and we made cute little tags and they went on to their tree down at High Rocks for people to basically adopt them and get them those gifts. And that was really a humbling kind of experience in general by looking at their wish lists. It was, I mean, we had things on there like sugar pills or a piece of meat. It was really eye-opening for me, the kinds of things that some of these people are really cherishing that they would like to get for Christmas. And so I'm really excited when we go and deliver those things to them. So, and Friendsgiving, which is on there, I'm going to let Bonnie go ahead and talk about because the Gladstone's Seniors Foundation is also sponsoring that. I was just telling her as of right now, we have 120 people that have RSVP'd for this Thursday. And we have Chef Brian Quinn, who has been there all day today. He'll be out there all day tomorrow. And then most of the day on Thursday, cooking literally everything from scratch, every single thing that we're eating on Thursday. This is completely free for anyone who's 60 or over, brought to you by the foundation. So I'll let her talk about that a little bit more when she gets up there. But yeah, any questions? Sorry, that was a lot. I tried to get through it.
Michelle, is that a Christmas shop you mentioned opened
It is every day, Monday through Friday.
at the community center?
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
Yeah, we have, if you've never been in there to look at it, we have a thrift shop. It's a very small area, but we pack a lot of stuff in there and we try to do seasonal items so people can shop in there for all the different holidays. Right now we have in there Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all those kinds of items all in the thrift shop.
During the hours?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Michelle, what kind of rentals are you seeing at the center?
Unfortunately, recently, a ton of memorials. But we did have last month, 2 one-year-old birthday parties. Yeah, a lot of parties, but a lot of memorials as well. So, and then moving forward, we have a lot on the calendar for holiday parties,
And are these during center hours or off hours?
off hours always.
Okay, always.
Not always, I should say. We do have businesses that, so the program that I was talking about with United Healthcare, he actually rents the library out every Wednesday.
Oh,
And then we have the business across the street from us that during a time that we don't have anything going on in the planting room, it's during business hours. They rent every Tuesday the planting room for a 3-hour time period as well to hold their monthly meeting that they do.
okay.
And so we do, if we can fit people in during business hours, we're definitely open to business hour rentals. But usually those aren't the types that we see. But those are 2 regulars that we do have.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Very, very busy over at the center. Love it. Okay, so on to business from the board. So the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board had a work session on October 15th to discuss different things, primarily the Gladstone Community Center work plan for 2025 into 2026. I really liked having that work session. I thought it was really productive, and we were able to come up with 3 strategic goals for the next calendar year. And so you all have that in front of you with your packet. So the 3 goals that we came up with were 1, to expand multi-generational services, programs, and activities offered at the Gladstone Community Center. Number 2, apply for grant funding to create a master site plan and update the building at the Gladstone Community Center. And number 3, to establish on-site programming at the Gladstone Community Center that includes classes, activities, and special events. So, if there is nothing to change with what we identified during our work session, I would entertain a motion to approve the new Gladstone Community Center work plan for the 2025 to 2026 year.
I would make a motion to approve the work plan for 2025 and 2026.
Thank you, Evelyn.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Josie. Haley, would you please call the vote?
Evelyn Johannesson,
Yes.
Sylvia Kellner,
Yes.
Simona Gergeshon,
Yes.
Mindy Prosky,
Yes.
Josie Whitaker,
Yes.
Sharon Howard.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion approved. We now have a new work plan for the next calendar year plus. So we will be presenting this to the Gladstone City Council. And I thought I knew what that date was, but I don't. So sometime soon. Also at our work session, the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board discussed the regularity of our meetings, discussing whether we felt having monthly meetings was the way that we wanted to do it. Did we want to have it every other month? It was decided at that time that everybody liked the monthly and liked taking the July and August months off for summer. And we are also going to adopt October as a work session meeting. So do we need to vote on that? I don't think so. We all agreed at that time. So the last thing is, of course, just mentioning again that the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board has 3 upcoming vacancies, and the application deadline for that is December 3rd. In addition, there is some exciting information from Michelle in regards to the community center class programs. Take it away.
In your packets, I included just a proposed Gladstone Community Center class program. If you guys want to just take a look at it, anyone can email me at any time with suggestions and or anything that they see. This is just a in business plan model at this point, but I did want to share it with you guys just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm working on my end, and kind of the time frame that I'm looking at, and how I'm going to proceed through 2025 to kind of get us where we want to be. So this is just, like I said, just a proposed class program that you guys can take a look at, just so you kind of know where I'm at.
Michelle, are you going to need any help with this from us?
I don't think so. You guys have already given me during the work plan a lot of ideas and kind of what you wanted to see. I wrote all of that down. I compiled it into Excel. So I have I have everything that you guys had mentioned during the work plan. But like I said, if you want to, after reviewing this, email me at any time, share your ideas with me. I love it. So please do, if you know instructors, if you know, just anything, something that you would really like to see in your community, something that your neighbors have said that they would really love to see in this community, please send it my way.
Thank you, Michelle. This looks like a lot of thought and time was put into this. And I really like how you broke it out into, the different sections, marketing strategies, and, financial projections and things like that. I think this is really the implementation timeline. When is the timeline, is the clock ticking now for the timeline?
So we still have to be really sensitive about our partnership that is actually going on with the school district right now. And so my next step is going to be scheduling another meeting with them and kind of seeing, just moving forward, giving that information to them. So we're still really sensitive with that relationship that we have. But it's not going to stop me from still moving forward with what, our visions are for the center and getting all of that started. So, but this isn't, something that we're putting out in the newsletter or anything like that yet. But yeah, so timeline to be continued. So
Understand.
On that timeline, the new sessions, she's putting out a book now of, so will the Thursday yoga class still be?
As of right now, all the community school classes that are going on are going to keep going on until at least the middle of next year.
Oh, okay.
So we have talked to them about revisiting this subject. And so we have an agreement with them until, I believe, June of 2025 at this point.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's going to take me that amount of time to even put all this together. Just the registration alone of how we're going to register people, how we're going to advertise our classes, hopefully, this is all still a lot up in the air, but this is just kind of an idea of how we're moving forward with it. But yeah, the community school, that relationship we're still honoring through the middle of this year or in 2025.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Anybody else have any questions or comments?
One thing I want to share is because I work as a volunteer at the center, Michelle had me contact other community centers / senior centers in the area or in Clackamas County, and just to see what they have. So I made a log of what classes they have and which ones the fees and which ones were free. Just looking at, I just thought that was interesting, just looking and how they advertise too. So it just to kind of give us, I think, information for her and how to go other, how other community centers are going about it. So that was very interesting. I liked doing that. So just wanted to share that.
And Sharon's the one that peeled all the potatoes today, so I just want to thank her for doing that, and she still made it here. You have to remember I'm a marketing background and business background, and so I'm looking at making this the most successful program that we could have. And so a lot of that research, I'm just a strong believer in researching everything. We want to be profitable, really. We don't want to have tax dollars subsidizing our programs. We want to have, engaging programs that our community wants to pay for and come to, right? So really calling all those different centers and doing that research, we just wanted to find out what's successful at other places, what is working, what are people really signing up for, what are they wanting to do, how much are they charging, what is the going rate, just all those questions that were just really, Sharon took really detailed notes. Again, I'm an Excel nerd, so just compiling all that information to really get solid numbers of what we should be doing. And ideas. We might have completely different classes because people here in Gladstone want to do some other things. But at least we have that data, that raw data, that we know how we want to move forward. So thank you for doing that, by the way.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Okay, Bonnie, would you like to give us an update? Thank you.
We had our meeting last week, and so we had a lot of discussion, had a good discussion. And I'll just start with what you were just talking about, because we have also now opened up conversation about maybe we can sponsor some speakers or classes, but they would need to be specifically for seniors. And so we just started discussing that, and we would have the same involvement with the school district. We wouldn't want to get into anything that they're involved in. So if, as she said, if anyone has ideas of classes that people would like to see started that are not offered with the school district, let us know, and then we can address that through the foundation as well. It's a possibility. At our meeting the other day, Ralph Mateel, I think most of you are familiar with Ralph. He's a longtime Gladstone resident who lives in California, but he comes to Gladstone about as often as I come from Tualatin. And he developed the program, I think, is it Neighbor Helping Neighbor? Is that what it's called? Back in the ice storm a couple of years ago. And so he came and had a PowerPoint presentation for us, because we are always looking for other ways that we can help our seniors. And so we had a very good discussion with him about some other options that we are going to be looking at. And so so those things are important to us as the foundation to grow what we're able to do with people, rather than sit and wait for somebody to say, oh, this needs to happen, or oh, this needs to happen, which is kind of how it's been done. So we're trying to be a little more proactive as far as offering some things. as far as our events, Michelle mentioned the 50th anniversary, which several of us board members served. It was a wonderful meal from Olive Garden, and Jal went around with the microphone and talked to each couple about their wedding or their wedding night or their wedding trip or whatever. And it was really, really fun. And I have to say that there weren't many couples who didn't have something happen that they had to talk about, because it happens, you know, that everybody's got something that didn't go right. And so that was, or that they really enjoyed. And over 50 years, and some were, what was the oldest group? Were they 70, the oldest couple? Something, I mean, way beyond 50. And, you know, back that long ago, things were so different. And there weren't the big lavish honeymoons and things that we have now. So it was really, really fun. And then we got giant mums from Costco, and each couple got to go home with one. And so we had to help them carry them to the car because they were so big, but they appreciated getting those. And then the Friendsgiving is this Thursday. As Michelle said, we have 120 already RSVP'd, but if any of you or you know anyone who'd like to come, we can still take more reservations. And the food sounds going to be wonderful, and the potatoes especially. I imagine. And so we're looking forward to, again, serving at that luncheon, as well as probably some more of the senior center. No, the center volunteers are going to also serve with us. Okay.
I'm hoping a lot of people come.
Yes, I'm going to go back home and send out another email. And so we're looking forward to that, having all those people there enjoying the holiday meal a week early. Our holiday lunch has been rescheduled to Tuesday, the 17th. It was going to be Wednesday, the 18th. And so we changed it to Tuesday, the 18th of December. I'm sorry, 17th. I'm getting mixed up. Do we have the meal figured out for that yet?
My famous ham and cheese potatoes.
Okay. Michelle's going to be cooking. She always does a great job. And then we'll have entertainment and just a time of fellowship. The foundation will be purchasing gift cards, as we have for the last 2 or 3 years, to go out to the homebound seniors in the stockings that are made up by the so-and-so. Is that correct? So-and-so?
Yep, the so-and-sos.
They used to be with the Lutheran Church, but I'm not sure if they still are. No, I don't know either. But she said that stockings are all ready to go and waiting for the gift cards. And so then we'll deliver those the week before Christmas so that everybody will have a stocking.
That's wonderful.
They put socks and gloves and soap and stuff in there for each individual. They have a men's stockings and women's stockings. So some things that they might not get otherwise. And I think that is everything. We've been busy as well. We meet every 2 months. And there's some times of the year that we should probably meet every month. So it's kind of a back and forth like that. So I think that'll carry us through. Any other questions about anything? All right. Well, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything you do. All right. Does anybody else have any questions or comments? We're good? All right. I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Josie.
I'll second that motion to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Sharon. Haley, would you call the vote?
Evelyn Johannesson,
Yes.
Sylvia Kellner,
Yes.
Simona Gergeshon,
Yes.
Mindy Prosky,
Yes,
Josie Whitaker,
Yes.
Sharon Howard.
Yes.
meeting is adjourned at 4:06. And our next meeting is going to be on Tuesday, December 17th at 3:30. Thank you, everyone.